sees it, and of course to our customers. I really love this car. I was talking to Adam about it earlier, and I'll introduce you to Adam in a moment. You know, there's a totality about this car, there's a completeness. And it's the sort of car, I'm sure, when you own it or drive it, you'll discover more and more of its character as you live in the car more and more. Because it really does have a beautiful simplicity and totality to it, which is what the XF should have. First of all, a little bit about our design philosophy. And any of you who've heard me speak before know this. I'm going to bore you with it, but it's all about proportions and how the car sits in the road to get something that looks exotic and strong, premium, and especially a Jaguar. We work very hard at Jaguar, millimetre by millimetre, to get the proportions and the silhouette and the stance absolutely as perfect as we can, given all the constraints that we have to live with in a modern motor car, which are vast, as I'm sure you know, but they're challenges rather than just constraints. And these millimetres really, really do matter, because if you work at the proportions of a car and you question sections and you work with the engineers to get better sections and better surfaces, you will end up with a much more handsome product. And I really believe that's what Jaguar does best. And I've had some of the competitive cars in here, I could prove the point, but I won't. So let's talk about the design a bit. And first of all, let's look at the front of the car. A bold grille, upright, more upright than the previous car, and it kind of really punches out the front of the car in a very strong and confident way. This is very much the Jaguar face now, that grille. No apologies for it. They're similar to the other cars that we do. And the reason for that is that I want people around the world, everywhere, to see a Jaguar, to recognise it, to say, hey, that's a Jaguar, and to understand it, and therefore also understand our values and what we stand for within the car world. So that face is not going to go away. We've worked hard to create this face, we're not going to throw it away. It's something people need to recognise. Of course it will change through time, as all faces do. But that's the face of Jaguar, and definitely the face of XF.